Hey everyone, Sakurayasin here, and today I'm joined with Flavia.
Hello.
And we're going to be reviewing the Parblo Coast22, and I thought I'd read the description of what it is from the website. It's Parblo Coast22, 21.5 inches graphics monitor. Born for professionals. High-touch experience is to bring more creative passion. A resolution of 1920 by 1080 hard screen.
Horizontal 170 degrees and vertical 170 degrees viewing angles. Performs satisfactorily on viewing experience and color performance. Here's the anti-glare screen, more purely visual.
Yeah, so it's got a generous 21.5 inch HD display, and that offers you a wide space for creation and design. Arouse more of your creative enthusiasm. And cordless and battery-free digital pen. So, basically, okay, enough nonsense with this. English isn't their first language, but it's fine. Okay, so what did you think of it?
Well, for once, I actually liked it.
Yeah. Amazing.
Finally.
Because we got it, and when we opened the box, it was like, okay, well, first of all, Parblo Coast, it doesn't sound that artistic or digital.
It didn't say Parblo anywhere.
Yeah, it didn't say Parblo, which was good.
Yeah, it didn't say Parblo on the box. It was just in a brown box.
And it said tablet and
tablet.
Mouse.
Mouse.
But it didn't have a mouse, but...
No, it didn't have a mouse.
Anyway, whatever. Okay, so there's not much...
branding on it.
Branding, yeah. It's not like Article, which is like super fancy and stuff. But it was fine. Just a fine tablet. It's also not expensive.
I think it's 600.
Let's see. Yeah, it's $699 US from. It used to be $929, and it worked fine. Like in the beginning, no, you had some issues.
Yeah, in the beginning, I had some issues setting it up and making it just connect and stuff. And their website was down for a long time, and for the drivers, they weren't really working. But then,
yeah, and it was a weird website too.
Yeah, it was a weird website, and their downloads were strange. But eventually, it worked. So that got solved.
Yeah, it was overall, like, it took you, a day to get everything running?
Less than a day.
Yeah, and then...
and I've been using it ever since, which is, 10 days? More than...
Yeah, which is why I wanted you here, because you'll give a better... like, when I used it, it was fine. The pen is shaped differently. I think I saw a review someone did of a Monoprice tablet, and this seems like identical, so maybe they're using the same tech or whatnot. But anyway, the pen is like triangular in shape. There are these Koh-i-Noor pencils that are also triangular, so if you've ever used one of those, it's similar in experience to using that. And then the other thing is that it's got an eraser, but the eraser is it's like at an angle, so that you have to be holding the pen a certain way for the eraser to work, and if you hold it the other way, you'll hit the plastic and not the eraser. But aside from that, it was fine. Maybe one thing I noticed that was a bit odd, I don't know if you had the experience as well, but I had like these lines, these red lines that were very thin, and they just seemed to be dancing over the monitor.
Yeah, I get that when there's the loading screen coming up, like before it boots up Windows, and then I get them whenever there's a dark shade of red on the screen. They have these dots and stuff, but usually maybe a bit on the gray, but it's not noticeable. And it definitely didn't get in my way.
Yeah, it didn't really affect the experience, and the colors were pretty identical to our
that was
IPS display, which wasn't the case in some of the other displays we've used, the colors were a bit off. I mean, they look okay, but then they're not calibrated, so they're not the same as other monitors. But yeah, it was fine. I didn't mind the fact that everything is just written like tablet.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Like in their user agreement, it says company. Never does it say Parblo.
Their company name is company. But yeah, it's a good price. It comes with like gloves and stuff as well, which I don't really use. I prefer my my own glove that I use.
But still, for a starting thing, I think it's good. And you got your Cintiq back.
Yeah, so I got my Cintiq back. One thing, like my Cintiq is now fixed. So I'm using the Cintiq and you're using the Parblo
tablet.
Coast.
But one thing that I really like about the Parblo versus the Cintiq is the size. It's very easy for me because I'm small. It's very easy for me to work with it. I'm just... It's not a huge surface that I don't know. Yeah, because the Cintiq's, I have a Cintiq 22 HD, so the screen size is the same, but the area it takes up on the desk the Cintiq is much bigger. Overwhelming. It's very, because it's got all the shortcut buttons on the side, which I actually don't use. I know some people do, and so for those people, I guess maybe the Cintiq is a wise choice. Mm-hmm. But for me, I always use a keyboard, or I use my Razer Nostromo, which is just like a keypad thing for shortcuts. So that's something that, you know, I don't really need all the extra space. And this one, it's smaller and it's super lightweight as well. Like, yeah, it's just much in terms more lightweight. Just in terms of weight and how much you can, like, how quickly you can adjust the angle. Mm-hmm. It's very, like, I found this very difficult with the Cintiq. You have to press on both sides, and sure, they thought of the security because it's a $2,000 or however much it costs. Mm-hmm. You don't want to move around. You have to be super careful. But with this one, it's just like, it's not gonna break. It seems pretty sturdy. You just flip it over and... Yeah, and they sent us the same screen protector as XP pen, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit, true, but there's less bubbles. There's some bubbles still, but less. There's some bubbles. So that's much better in application. But yeah, And the wire placement is much better than the cable placement is much better than the XP pen because they're all on the side and they're out of the way and they're not just super short and. Yeah, they're still different colors. Yeah. But it's the same cables as the XP pen. Yeah, it's the same cables. They must have the same supplier. But yeah, I still think they should put the screen protector on in the factory or wherever they get it made. I really wish they did. It's a bit strange with the power and adjustment buttons because they're on the back and on the opposite side of the cables, and it's a bit strange, but you have to feel them and you have to get used to where each one is and stuff. I think I pressed the wrong one a couple of times for the power, but it is like a little bit inconvenient, but it's different. No, because it's indented more. Yeah, it's more inside. Mm-hmm. But the idea is like it could be better, but it was fine. Again, it's usable. I'm not talking much about what I'm drawing because it was basically just an exercise in noodling. Tried to paint a face from imagination and it's not fun. Just it was like there's always a problem, and when I fixed a problem, another problem appeared. So I wasn't really happy. You can see here I'm redlining stuff and trying to figure out like where the placement of things go. But so the screen protector was fine. The pen actually has an eraser, which is nice, and it doesn't require charging, which is that's also nice. And the feel of it, it was pretty good. I like how the pen felt. Yeah, bigger. I prefer it to the Cintiq. To the feel of the pen and the surface, and it didn't clash with any program. Yeah, so we used Clip Studio. Yeah, Clip Studio and Photoshop. And it was fine with both of them.
It supports tilt, right?
Yeah, it supports tilt, and it works pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I use it a lot in Clip Studio.
So, pretty much I would say this one I would recommend. And like if you have a choice between spending a lot more on a Cintiq or this, I would go for this. Like one other thing I noticed was it squeaks a lot. Like the pen has a squeaky sound on the screen sometimes. Like you'll be drawing and then
But not for me though.
no?
No. I guess
No, it is. I've noticed it squeaks. So I'm like, what was that?
But I don't know. The companion squeaks more.
Oh.
The companion is terrible.
Well, there you go. But anyway, for me, it's not a big deal. And what else? Yeah, probably the biggest concern is that red thing with the little red lines that move around. I don't know. For me, it seemed worse than it is. Like you're saying, you don't notice it, but for me, especially on anything black, I noticed it a lot.
I notice it on red and I notice it on gray. The other ones, not really.
But it's so thin, it's not really affecting the colors much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the face is just awful here. I don't know. I'll try my best to fix it, and I think I do an okay job, but I'm not sure. Not sure what to say about the painting itself. Just whatever. It's mainly just a demonstration to show, like, well, can you actually use the thing? And
well, you didn't have to write fail even once.
What's that?
Remember you were writing fail with the XP pen when you were getting the straight lines?
I thought you meant right fail, like RIGHT.
No.
What's a right fail?
Right fail.
Yeah, so nothing failed, just pretty usable. Now, for the last review we did, in the comments, people were saying that some of the problems we experienced, they didn't. And for this one, maybe some people did have problems that we didn't have, or, good things, like a good experience. So I think it's fine for you to write your own experiences in the comments. And if you are checking this out, you might want to have a look through the comments just to see what more people are saying about it. Because we might have a problem and you might not have that, or we might not have had a problem and you may have that. So it's just good, I think, as a forum to express your opinions. And, hopefully the idea is we all figure out what's the best and most affordable tablet or graphics display thing to get the job done. So, yeah. Pretty much, I guess that's it. I liked it, thought it was fine.
Yeah, I liked it too.
So, that's 2 thumbs up.
4.
Oh, okay. 4 or 3.5. Because I didn't like the display thing. But anyway, hope this helped. And thanks for watching.